And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the main story in Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in Old Charlian at 11.8, and we need to talk to Elise. The quest is called Estate Visitor. Elise has a look of dissatisfaction. So the overall picture has grown clearer, yes. But that's in spite of the forum being so maddeningly vague about this duty of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Survival, come what may, is father's work so vital that it takes precedence over his own family. Alphonode, Elise, it is you. When I heard that you'd been dragged before the forum, I came as swiftly as I could. I am so very glad they allowed you to stay. Mother? Yeah, maybe she'll have a firm word with the husband and just not disown them anymore. Our Alliance Leveleur at your service. And you fine people must be the Science of the Seventh Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. Mother, please, we don't wish to make things difficult for you. If word reaches father that you were here... Oh, bother that. Am I to be chastised for speaking with my own children? I am well aware that you and Master Fortunal are not on the best of terms at the moment, but I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. The timing couldn't be better. As a matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Fangrid's group and reconsider our options. Go visit your home. We will be back at the annex when you are ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure Mithrie, what do you think? Mithrie? The Mithrie Metaphil? Yeah, I know. I'm great. I hope you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. What a splendid day this has turned out to be. Champion of Eorzea. I insist that you join us. But we must be quick about it. Not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying our hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Mithrie, if you would be so kind as to escort my children to the estate. And then she was gone, and with her any opportunity to protest. Indeed, the matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you there. Fair enough. So we're going to go see what their home is like. So let's talk to Master Alphonode. So I apologize, my mother is not one to take no for an answer. Still I am glad, relieved even, to see her in such high spirits. What say you, Mithrie? Though it seems that we shall have little enough time to enjoy it, will you accompany us to our home? Sure. So fine, if we're going then let's get it over with. But be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking in our private chambers. Thank you very much. Why ever not? Your room was always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away. Childhood toys. I mean, never mind. Leveleur Estate is that way. Straight down the stairs? Come on. Oh, Alphonode and Elise are now accompanying you. Alright, let's go. So, don't want to go too far away from them. I do like this follow mechanic. I think it's quite cool. It adds more interactivity with the world. And at least for now, there is lots of players walking around doing the same thing. It's got a view from the bridge. When Elise and I were little, this bridge was as far as we were permitted to wander alone. I say alone, but my mother or a servant was always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. And now look at us, traveling to different continents, different worlds even. As children, Alphinaud and I would often wait here for our father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meetings ran long, because I remember growing restless and leaning out over the railing to watch the water rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment, came pounding down the path in a panic, crying out my name. Okay. Yeah. It's quite a long fall. Okay, where is the estate? Okay, it's right there. Okay, and here you are at last. Please do come in.
Welcome home, my lady. What? What are you gawping at?
House Leveler in all its grandeur. Planet's headquarters must seem squalid indeed. Squalid indeed. Just admiring the craftsmanship. Yeah, I am a crafter. Totally.
Oh, I suppose I never gave the decor much thought. I'm glad that you approve, I think.
Lord Fourcheneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Master Alphinaud, Mistress Alice, if you would accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures. I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying. Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations. Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience. But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name. "'Tis plain they care for you. And I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them. Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
Sure, if you like stories of silence.
When you mentioned gifts, I wasn't sure what to expect. Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alphino.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become. See for yourself.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
If you'd allow me, Master Alphino.
Yeah, because Alphinaud is a sage, isn't he?
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father.
I think at least say he's a red mage.
Chained to his desk these days. As a student, he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry. I am told these devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion. Firstly, Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words. Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
Cool. So they're like getting ready for combat. So let's talk to Alpha Node. Thank you for indulging Mother's request. I can see it meant a lot to her, and I shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation. Our visit was all too brief for now. However, it will have to suffice, as will these tokens of home that we carry with us. These gifts are to help us remember who we are and whence we came. But enough sentimentality, let us return to the annex and rejoin our companions. Alright, so let's go now to the Baldassian annex. Okay, so we're back in the Baldassian annex. Let's talk to Kryl. So, enjoyed your time with the levelers, I hope. I would ask how the twins fared, but their new outfits tell the tale. I only hope we can help them to reconcile with their father, that they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed to you by Hydaelyn is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident that once you scouted out the situation in Thavnair, we'll be well equipped to plot our next move. Cool. So let's complete. So that's the quest line for this group completely finished. Now let's do the second group's quest line. So let's talk to Thancred. So this quest is called For Thavnair Bound. So Thancred is eager to set forth for Thavnair. So I have Kryl's instructions in hand. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnair before, I can travel by Ephrite, but what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would be a waste of time that we do not have. Kryl was of the same mind and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. The Confluence? Thou sayest? I'm afraid so, my friend. Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered thee owing to the knowledge of our comrade Moenbreda. Moenbreda was an authority on aetherology, a field of study that she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Haven't you gone to see them yet? I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last. As it have many times, I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus I have kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. If it is too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which have long been overdue. If it is settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kite. So we have to just step outside. All right. Or is it somewhere completely different? Oh no, it's just the next building. Okay. Let's go. Alrighty. There should be I guess this big building here. Okay, let's talk to Kite. Well now, this is a rather lot of stirred faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Kryl of the Students of Baldassian. We seek passage to Thavnair and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects. Welcome, welcome. Test subjects? Oh, you haven't heard? Well then, allow me to explain. So in order to travel to an aephorite, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you are a mess of aether hurtling along the livestream. An inconvenience, but an incontrovertible limitation of aephorite teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aephorite without being attuned to it? A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been. For long years, we've labeled to make such travel possible, that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it. We've created a new kind of aephorite that doesn't require attunement. Really? That changes everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these aephorites, but the aephorites themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that our first test pair of aephorites, one has been installed here in Sharlayan and the other over in Yeld Limad, a port town in Thavnair. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Radzatan, and indeed we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. So to sum up, we're to test these aephorites. How fortuitous for you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel aether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say that these aephorites were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. A veritable dream come true, and far be it from me to worry about such things. But do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the live stream. In the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Mistress Kryl truly knows how to pick 'em. If I may change the subject, are Master Wilson and Mistress Bloweeder not present today? Oh, you didn't hear? They've recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. I see. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Aephorite Plaza. I'll be along shortly. Cool. Let's go. I do want to, like, explore these places more in the future. Like, get a good look at all the architecture in this town.
set. Just the 4 of you, was it?
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please? Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether. Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
Yeah, you might die. Bye!
What?
Oh, jeez. I mean, I remember that the guy that helped us with the original Relic Reborn quest was from Razathan.
Thavnair, home to city-state Rads at Han. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time. Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
Jeez.
What chance?
Yep.
Against such an insidious foe.
At least we can attune there now.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions. Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Well, you managed to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you be able to reach Estinian in time? Alrighty. I think first things first, let us attune to the 8th rite. Oh. Oh, damn it. Okay, we're attuning. Okay. Talk to Estinian. You there, I need 3 drinks, something that helps with aether sickness. By the Manusia, a traveller. I mean, greetings and welcome. You're wise, good sir, to come to me. My special Amra lassie, made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, is famed for calming unruly bellies. By way of a warm welcome to Thavnair, I'm pleased to offer it to you for the low price of 19,800 gil. For not 1, not 2, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. The price is high road robbery, and you want to say as much to Estinian, but you realize that any words of warning you cry out would be accompanied by your last meal. You must stand before Estinian using gestures deny that deal is fair. Okay, so let's select Estinian and then do deny. So, I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassie? This merchant is swindling me? You are? Serious apologies, sir, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for the 3 bottles. That confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well. Then, your coin. Here, a bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. I'll be back after I explore the town. Alright. So, now let's go back. Oh, jeez. See if I can mount up at least a little bit. Okay, so let's give him the drink. It says, made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, this Amra-flavored lassie is boasted to settle unruly stomachs. Praise be to the 12. My stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to thee, Anistinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. Okay. So now let's give it to Thancred. You were in time? Excellent. You spared us Tataru's wrath. Sweet release. If you haven't already, you should have yours too. So, right, I'm ready to get on with it. That lassie truly worked wonders. Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair. I've bound it. 'Tis the most I could do against this heat, short of shedding my armor. May I ask where you got the cord for it? Local vendor. The man said it is a Thavnarian weave, though not easily unraveled. Let me guess, it cost him like 14 billion gil. And how much did it cost? 9400 gil. A steal, I was told. It's nothing fancy, but I have always valued function over form. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alpha Node could hold a candle to you. It's not common for merchants to set the prices high, but doesn't it seem excessive here? Are all Hanish merchants so unscrupulous? I expected the Azure Dragoon to put up more of a fight. On that subject, I shall refrain from making comment. Yet I cannot help but observe that the merchants seem overzealous in the pursuit of profit. Claiming Thavnair as its dominion, the nation of Razathan hath long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there were the Arko Sodra, the Manatanga tribe insidious to this island. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling, a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hanish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over, a development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this have combined to make a trading power of Razathan. And yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that merchants at a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travellers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so, that opportunistic pricing is rampant, doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, it would be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical, aye. We've naught to lose by learning more. So here we seek out Kryle's acquaintance. Shall we see what information we can gather here in Yidlamad? I need to learn how to pronounce these town names. Excellent. We didn't exactly get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. Cool. It's complete. Alright. Next quest is called On Low Tide. His stomach behaving once more, Thancred is ready to get to work. Right, let's split up and make inquiries in town. Mithrie, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we regroup by the Aetheryte. Off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we need to go to the port, so let's go there now. Okay, we made it to the port. Let's talk to this person first. Well now, if he isn't a traveller, you are a rare sight to these unsettled ruins. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Narunair. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no. It had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives thanks to the Radiant Host, but business is as good as dead. What will become of us? Only the gods know. Okay, so it's like Thingy said, that times are tough. Crate of fruit. See if this is like rotten. This crate is laden with fruits, but they are on the verge of spoiling, as they have been left too long. Yeah, that's why I thought. So basically, trade to this town seems to be in a bad place because that tower has spawned. And I guess people are avoiding this place. So, gazing out from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby isles, with the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels farther away. Compared to the other ports you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. Cool. Then let's talk to this person. So, what am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit. Though I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose this could have been even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Zal. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveller by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Zal a visit. He'd be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at the Saltwind's Sails, the harbour guild building across the water from here. Fair enough. So we need to go there. Whee! Splash. Alright, so let's see this Zal. Let's see what he has to say. The Dalmascans aren't coming, but we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the town sitting on our doorsteps, spitting out monstrosities. Tower, sorry. The city has its defences, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. Yeah, but this will be an enormous loss. Alright. Forget about the Damascans. Surely some ships are still coming? We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hannish favourites. Our consortium works closely with the merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Kazal, I do. Which is why I regret to say that I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled. Or indefinitely postponed. This is basically real life. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me that you're a merchant. I see, that's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing the important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. My name is Matsaya, and I'm here to see Zal. Oh, it seems that he's busy. I'll come back later then. I'm guessing this sort of elephant tribe is going to be one of the beast tribes in the future. Okay, let's talk to Matsaya. If he didn't wander off too far. He's over there. Yes, can I help you? Ah, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kazal too, did you? I'm Masaya, a fisherman of Akyali, a nearby village. I sell my cash to Kazal, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free anyway. He's a hardworking man and I dare not disturb him. Cool, that's complete. And we are 81. Nice. So, slowly making progress. I know I'm not the quickest one to do this, but we are getting there. Let's see. Recommended gear, equip. Cool. And we got some new gloves as well. So, anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye guys.